homie.
So the 2022 Britain's Strongest Man is in the books, and we have the overall standings and podium finishers for you. Let's have a look. So Desmond Gahan, who unfortunately had to withdraw, comes in 11th place. I had predicted him for 12, so if you take out Gavin Bilton, who didn't perform, who didn't get a chance to compete, that kind of evens out. So he had 7 points on the shield carry. He had 2.5 points on the deadlift, and then he had to withdraw after that, unfortunately. So 11th place, or 9.5 points for Desmond Gahan. 10th place went to Luke Stoltman, who also had to withdraw. 13.5 points, comprised of 9 points on the shield carry, and then 4.5 points on the deadlift for him before his withdrawal. We then had 9th place going to Mark Steele. So Mark Steele comes away with 18 points. He had 1 point on the shield carry with that, unfortunate pop that he thought he heard. Injury, he, was expected to do a lot better there. Did not attempt the deadlift. 8 points on the axle press, 5 points on the sandbag over bar, and then 4 points on the Atlas stones for Mark Steele to get him in overall 9th place at 2022 Britain's Strongest Man. Mark Felix comes in 8th place, doing a little bit better than I predicted. So he had 19.5 points, 4 of those on the shield carry, 7.5 points on the deadlift, 0 the axle press, 3 points on sandbag toss over bar, and then 5 points on the Atlas stones for Mark Felix, the ageless wonder. Moving into 7th place, we have Ryan England. So Ryan comes in 7th place. I had him predicted for 9th. 20.5 points for Ryan England. 3 points were on the shield carry. 2.5 points on the deadlift. 8 points on the axle press. 4 points on sandbag toss over bar for Ryan England. And then 3 points on the Atlas stones to get him 7th place. 6th place is Andy Black, who I thought would come in 7th, so pretty close there. He comes away with 30.5 points, so 5 points on the shield carry for Andy, 7.5 on the deadlift, 0 is the axle press, 9 points on the sandbag toss over bar, and 9 points on the Atlas stone. So very, very strong last 2 event finishings for Andy Black to really get himself up into 6th place. 5th place goes to Paul Smith, who not that I wasn't a fan before, but I'm a bigger fan of now after watching him compete here. A lot of charisma, a lot of energy, really some pro tactics. So Paul Smith, 5th place, 32.5 points, 8 points on the shield carry for him, 4.5 on the deadlift, 8 points on the axle press, 6 points on the sandbag over bar, and 6 points on the Atlas stones. A solid day for Paul Smith coming in 5th place. 4th place, just missing the podium, the guy who's only been a strongman for 6 months by his own admission, Shane Flowers, unbelievable. 4th place, 35.5 points for Shane. I have some viewers who call him the future. I don't disagree. Shield carry, 2 points for Shane after that kind of debacle, or else he might be even higher here. Deadlift, he had 7.5 points. Axle press, he was 5 points. Sandbag over bar, he won 11 points there. And then almost won 10 points on the Atlas stones. So incredibly strong finish for Shane Flowers. And we'll see the 3rd place finisher, how close he is to him, and whether Shane maybe could have been 3rd on the podium if not for that shield situation. So here is your 2022 Britain's Strongest Man podium. 3rd place is former Britain's Strongest Man Adam Bishop with 38.5 points. So if Shane Flowers would have done 3.5 points better, maybe he could have moved into the podium. Who knows? Coulda, woulda, shoulda. 38.5 points for Adam Bishop, so I had predicted him 3rd, and he did come in 3rd, so I got that one right. 6 points on the shield carry, 10.5 points on the deadlift, 8 on the axle press, 7 points on the sandbag over bar, and 7 points on the Atlas stone run for Adam Bishop. So, our number 2 at 2022 Britain's Strongest Man, number 2 finisher is Pau Dwyer. Everybody's so happy to see him on the podium. He's a big fan favorite. I love watching this guy compete. 41.5 points for Pau Dwyer. He got 2nd place, 10 points in the shield carry, 7.5 points on the deadlift, 8 on the axle press, 8 on the sandbag toss over bar, and 8 on the Atlas stones. A strong, strong day for Pau Dwyer, coming in 2nd at the 2022 Britain's Strongest Man. And of course, then we have our winner. The 2022 Britain's Strongest Man is Tom Stoltman, who repeats 2021 Britain's Strongest Man just about 4 months ago, and now the repeat Britain's Strongest Man for 2022, Tom Stoltman, wins by a large margin, 53.5 points. I had him picked to win by a large margin, so I had him getting 57.5, and I had picked Luke, actually, to come in 2nd, and of course he had that injury. So if we look at Luke, I had him picked to get 41 points. So I had Tom Stoltman winning by by 16 points or so, and he did end up winning by 12 points. So he won the shield carry. The deadlift, he tied for first at 10.5 points. The axle press, he won at 11 points. The sandbag toss over bar, 10 points for second place. And of course, he won the Atlas Stone. So when you win that many events, it's going to be difficult for anybody to come close. And as I said, Tom Stoltman, the Britain's Strongest Man 2022 by quite a large margin. Congratulations, Tom Stoltman. And again, congratulations to Adam Bishop for getting engaged. So a great show. 2022 Britain's Strongest Man was an incredible show to watch. If you haven't bought it yet, you should go buy it. It's definitely worth the watch. And I hope you enjoyed this in-depth analysis. And of course, until next time, as always, ciao, homie.